I'd like to draw upon an issue that has been pretty important since I watched Clerks 2. This is an issue that many people are wondering which is better. And here's the issue. Actual rivalry of these two, well, it started out, one was a trilogy, and then it became a saga. That's Star Wars. Honestly, if you really look at this rivalry, Lord of the Rings, winner of a ton of Oscars. What does that do? Overall, very good trilogy. And honestly, the most unforgettable trilogy, and not just that, it's probably one of the best achievements ever caught on film. But that's not the true thing about this. It's that Star Wars. It started out a movie that everyone was waiting for years. In 1977, the first one, Episode 4, New Hope, finally came out. And then came Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi. Everyone's like, oh, this is a great trilogy. Everyone loves it. Then all of a sudden, I'm George Lucas. I think I'm gonna make the prequels, 3 movies. Let's see what everyone thinks about it. After episode 1, after episode 2, what the hell? Then episode 3, yay! George Lucas's failure is over. Why were they made? Honestly, if we really look at these 2 series of movies, because one's a trilogy, one's a saga, if Lucas never made episode 1, 2, and 3 and just called Star Wars New Hope, Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, and Star Wars Return of the Jedi, if he never made episodes 1, 2, and 3, it might have been a better argument. A way better argument. But he made 1, 2, and 3. Not saying 1, 2, and 3, they, like, for visual effects, they were a complete treat. Only for visual effects. But for everything else, writing, and I think the biggest download of the whole entire new prequels is the acting. The acting. Not just, I'm saying that you got great actors like Liam Neeson. Yes, great actor. He wasn't very good. The biggest let's go from 1 through 3 of Star Wars. Episode 1. The biggest download of that movie had to be the worst CGI character in the history of all film. Jar Jar Binks. What the hell? No. Jar Jar Binks? Let's do this. Jar Jar Binks versus Gollum. Oh gee, I don't know. Whoever says, "My precious." Whoever says that. Clearly is the better movie. Whoever says, "Excuse me, Misa Jar Jar Binks." Oh, I'm the shit because I said Misa Jar Jar Binks. No, you're not. Clearly, you're absolutely not. Jar Jar Binks was the most annoying character in the history of film. And you notice that because even the voice actor won Worst Supporting Actor at the Razzies that year. You're saying versus Andy Serkis. I wonder who's better. Andy Serkis. For God's sake, the guy played King Kong. And I think Peter Jackson was really like him since he played probably the best CGI character in the history of all film. He's even better than Dobby and Harry Potter and Scooby-Doo and... Forget Scooby-Doo, that sucks. I meant the live-action film. But, really, the one blame for the entire thing is George Lucas. For everything from episode 1, 2, and 3, if he never made those 3 films, maybe none of this would have ever happened. Scott, I see you.
Yeah.
That's my brother. You might see him on a few episodes. But anyway, back to this. If there's one person to blame for why Lord of the Rings obviously is better than Star Wars, blame this guy. Really? What I really wanted to get to was, I think that one of the other big downloads, it's still the acting in Star Wars, is Hayden Christensen's god-awful performance as Anakin Skywalker.
Real sweat.
Danger, danger, my name is Anakin, my shitty acting is ruining Saga.
Well, Hayden, he kind of had the look for the role, like he did look evil in the third movie. 2, he didn't look evil at all, he just looked like some confused teenager, like why the hell am I here? But, really, he had the look, not the talent. That's all I gotta say for Hayden Christensen's performance. And even though Hayden Christensen, he can be a good actor sometimes, but not in this movie. He tried to act like a little kid. The guy could not burst a tear. Honestly, the biggest download was his monotone. Like, spell on the Chancellor? That's treason. Really, George? Couldn't you, get a little bit more emotion out of your actor? Isn't, the Chancellor supposed to be his best friend? Wouldn't you be a little bit more defensive saying, that's treason? Really? Anyway, I've been ranting about Star Wars so long, but Lord of the Rings, all I can say is good stuff about it. But the biggest thing, with Lord of the Rings, the biggest thing wrong with it, honestly, is the length. I can see why most people don't like it, and why people like Randall Graves and Cork Stew said that the Hobbit movies were boring as hell. That's the only thing he got right, was that they were boring as hell. That's possible, because each movie's 3 hours long. That was the biggest problem with it, but I don't care. They were amazing. Direction, writing, acting, visual effects, the 4 things in the movie you need to see, and of course adding with the brilliant makeup, the absolutely groundbreaking score. I'm sorry, Howard Shore's scores, I think, is a lot better than Star Wars. I love Star Wars score, but the dan 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 dan, that's a lot better. So, because honestly, you see it 6 times to begin the movie, the Star Wars score, and the Vader score is memorable, but there's too many scores to remember in Lord of the Rings, and it's way better. Even though it's about elves, the stuff that people get annoyed with, World of Warcraft and stuff, but this is brilliant filmmaking. And honestly, putting this whole thing together, which is better, Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, I am choosing That's right, I choose Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings because I've been ranting about Star Wars for a while now. I'm pretty sure you think, yeah, Star Wars is not as good as Lord of the Rings. And as I'll say it again, I'll keep saying it, if George Lucas never made the mistake by making episodes 1, 2, and 3 and hiring Hayden Christensen and creating the character Jar Jar Binks, maybe Star Wars would possibly have a chance to be better. No, it really wasn't. From the state-of-the-art visual effects, the state-of-the-art acting, and the amazing art direction, and the overall, oh my God, Lord of the Rings is just better. Clearly what's better, Lord of the Rings. And on my next episode, I really hope, I have a few ideas planned. My next idea is, who is better, Christopher Nolan or James Cameron? That is my next episode. Hope to see you then. Lord of the Rings is better.